Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So, in this one we are going to be talking about what's next, what is coming up. Well, we can obviously see that we are around about halfway. We're about a day away from being just past the halfway point in Effigy Clash, right? So, we can kind of work out, based on what happened the last time, roughly what's going to happen. And that is, we're probably going to get a countdown, I think, after tomorrow, so probably Wednesday, introducing who our next limited time summon character is going to be. Now, we may also get another unit dropping. I'm not 100% on that one. I'm kind of torn about whether they will drop another unit, like a divination character. They sometimes do that because when there's not a summon character going, they generally drop a unit a week, but that might not happen. It might just be El Fuerte, but I'd say there's a possibility that along with a countdown on Wednesday, we might get a new character. But again, hit and miss on that one. The countdown, I'm pretty certain is going to happen. So, who is our next special summon going to be? I don't even feel like this is me pulling out the old crystal ball to make this prediction. I think this is pretty much a given. It's pretty certain that it's going to be this unit. Most of you probably already know who I'm going to say, and it's the unit that is currently sitting within this stage, chilling, just chilling, doing nothing. I think it's going to be this unit here, ONI. I think ONI is going to be the next unit that we are going to receive as a limited time special summon. Now, what kind of character is ONI going to be? That is not too difficult, I think, to predict. I think he is definitely more than likely going to either be a power or an assassin unit. Will they make him just Akuma, but in this demon form? I doubt it, so I think there's a chance he might not be assassin. They might go more the power route with this guy, because you're not going to want to make him too much like Akuma. That's my opinion anyway. I don't think he will be a master unit, but I also don't think he will be a factional special summon, despite them saying that Elena was a test and we would maybe start to see more of that in future. No chance it's going to happen with this unit. He has got Inferno written all over him, and I feel like he is going to be an Inferno class character. Now, what is he going to do? Well, I mean, that depends. The game, they can use what they've got in other versions, right? But they don't always do that. We know this already. They sometimes completely rework units and make them totally different to how they are in other versions. Sometimes they'll have a C1 and a C3, sometimes they'll have a C2 and a C3, but then we'll get the unit and all of a sudden they'll have a C2 and a C1, you know, completely different from the other versions. So for us, I think what they may well do is make this unit's big move most certainly be a C3. And the reason I say that is because I have a feeling that if they really want to try and push people to summon for this unit, they will make his C3 be insanely busted so that you can run him on a team with Akuma doing his busted C2 into this guy doing an absolutely busted C3. That would be a good way to kind of encourage people to go all out. They may even make him a trigger unit. That would be entirely possible as well. But then he would be competing with Evil Ryu, and there is a chance they may be trying to encourage people to summon by doing a combo that would be Evil Ryu, Akuma, this guy, and then a buffer on the back. Insane damage, you know. If they do give him a busted C3, then that is potentially what you could be seeing, you know. Now, I know for a lot of people it's hard to get excited about special summon units because tickets are in short supply. Now, why am I so sure that this is going to be what happens? Well, I've actually got an outstanding prediction, and that outstanding prediction is we're still going to get the Turtles, and because they have quite willingly given away the only unit that made sense to drop at Halloween, which was Witch Jury, they gave her away not gave her away, but they used her up to be a anniversary summon. That means that in the month of October, there is no natural unit that could fill in and be what we would classify as a Halloween unit. So, the reason that I think we're going to get the Turtles is because Paramount own the Turtles. They are going to be adding the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie to their streaming service during the month of October. Okay? That would be the kind of ideal time to do a second round of collaborations. So if you had a load of collaborations lined up to promote the Turtles movie during the cinematic release, you would do your second run when it's being added to your streaming platform, which would be October. So for that to line up properly, if we got a countdown this week, that would mean that for the last 2 weeks of September, we would have ONI. Then we would have a palette cleanser of a standard unit, the way that they like to do, sometimes 2. Then mid-October to late October would be when you would roll out the Turtles collab, which would take care of Halloween. It would take care of the collab that's been sitting, chilling in the game files, and it would cover the fact that you have just taken your Halloween unit and pushed it out as an anniversary unit. So that's why I'm really very certain that probably in the next 2 days we will get a countdown, and that countdown is going to be for ONI. I'm putting my predicting skills to good effect here, and that is what I'm going with. I think I'm going to be right. So far, when it comes to predictions of units, timeframes and stuff like that, I've got a fairly good success rate of around about 95%. So, am I going to be wrong this time? I don't think so, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, I think that is how things are going to play out. It will be interesting to see with a countdown, are we going to get old style, 50 tickets, or are we going to get new style, 15 tickets, and a star thingamy-bob. I forget the name of it. I keep forgetting the name of it. Star Platinum. No, that's JoJo. Star... What's it called? Starlight Genesis. Chaotic Starlight, that's what it's called, right? I keep forgetting the goddamn name. Wait, I just collected that a minute ago. I literally collected that a minute ago. Is that giving me the same mission twice? I'll take it. I'm curious to know if they're going to do that though, or if they are basically taking the idea of giving us one of them a month and they're doing this instead. So it's going to be interesting to see if we will go back to 50 tickets and then every month or so we'll just get one of these events instead, or if we're going to continue to get these every maybe month and a half and also getting the Chaotic Starlight. I don't know which I prefer. It's just me. I've still got that little degree of do summons with your 50 tickets, you could end up with 2 copies of the unit, whereas trading it for one of these, you're only getting 1. But at the same time, you could do 50 summons with the tickets and get no units. So for some people, the guarantee is a lot better than the what if. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that is what I think we are really on the cusp of seeing. Wednesday is when I would think it would happen, just going with everything we've seen in the past. The fact that halfway through the current guild battle would be when they would have to start a countdown for it to start the event at the end of the guild battle. And like I say, the unit I'm going for, it seems like a no-brainer to me at this point, is ONI. He's going to be an Inferno, and I feel like they are going to make him mega busted so that he doesn't compete with Akuma on a team. Instead, he would pair up perfectly with Akuma in a team and they would just become absolute boss-killing monsters. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. You know who I am, you know what I'm going to say.